Welcome back to session 3, guys. Nice to have you with me. What we're going to discuss today is causes of rotator cuff related shoulder pain, but also the relevance and importance of pain. What's super important here is to differentiate between what is acute pain and what is pain that is lasted longer than 3 months that we typically now call persistent pain. Acute pain then is something that often is short-lived and related to display of redness, heat, swelling of an area, and may well be linked with a trauma. I said before that persistent pain is often something that lasts for longer than 3 months. And we know is very, very multifaceted in terms of, like I described in session 2, may have other factors like the emotional experience of pain. If you have a job that involves moving your arm an awful lot, maybe for example like a supermarket cashier, that repeated movement might be linked to why you get some of your symptoms. You find that actually the enjoyment of being at work is far more demanding now. We know that this can increase in your altered movement patterns or compensatory movements, or even what we call maladaptive movement patterns. We equally know on the psychological side of things that stress, poor sleep, even your thoughts and beliefs towards your symptoms can lead you to suffer with an increase in your pain response generally, and therefore can lead you to suffer with a low mood. In my first sort of analogy, what I want to differentiate is between the types of pain and then the types of tissue damage. I want you just to think about examples, which I'll go on to help you through. Examples of where you may have really high levels of pain, but hardly any tissue damage at all. Some of these things on a day-to-day basis we might experience is the paper cut. How about a migraine? We can have no pain at all, but huge presentations of actual tissue damage. And the unfortunate nature of this could be the road traffic accident, but where patients can present with huge degrees of trauma, but the environment in which they're in, their brain simply chooses that pain isn't important at that stage, and therefore brain doesn't give us pain. Other examples at this stage might be things like cramp, stubbing your toe, or certainly coming in from the cold weather and running your hands under the hot water tap and realising how sore and acute that can be. I want to draw that towards why we may have a symptom in your shoulder that's really, really uncomfortable, but reinforce that it doesn't just mean that it's related to structural changes. So that will give you an idea, in essence, of the really multifaceted area that pain is. Certainly at this stage, again, I want to highlight that hurt does not mean harm. All of these factors shouldn't be overlooked when we explore your shoulder pain. I can reassure you that your exercise and graded exposure to doing your home exercise will help improve your symptoms. So the key messages to take home from today: pain does not equal harm if you've had your symptoms for longer than 3 months. Lots and lots of factors are a big piece of this puzzle, which we've tried to touch on today, and I want you to look at the bigger picture of why your shoulder might be still symptomatic and persist, and how or maybe why you've started to change your behaviours to compensate for your ongoing symptoms. Thanks again for listening in to today. Hope you've enjoyed our 3rd sessions together here in the virtual shoulder class at St George's Hospital, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.